I've been speaking to Matt at Kennedy Motorcycles about designing me some engine brackets for my bikes. Can't seem to buy them anywhere, so he's made me a set and I've just received them in the post.
Hey, I'm Matt from Kennedy Motorcycles, the one half of SXK Motorcycles. We're a small motorcycle shop located in Adelaide. We do everything from service repair to full custom builds, and also a lot of one-off fabrication like subframes, brackets, battery boxes, anything you can really think of. We'll happily give it a go. So Sam contacted me to get some engine brackets made for his YZ125 build. So he sent me through the drawings of what he needed. Luckily in-house we have a CNC plasma cutter, so it was pretty straightforward. We just drew it up on the CAD program, transferred it across to the CNC and cut out what he needed. It only took maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I gave him a quick polish, cleaned them up and sent them back to him with a heap of other goodies, which should be a good surprise for him when he gets the parcel.
It feels like there's more in here than just some engine brackets. Okay, I'm guessing. Wait, what? There's. I see what this is. These are the engine brackets they've made me. Here's some more engine brackets they've made. I think I should run the dick one. It's going to be hidden under the tank though, so you don't really see it.
Well, are you a wizard or are you a dickhead?
Oh my god! He sent me the number panel off of the...
Oh, awesome.
That must be off the bike I rode at Classic Weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely hanging that in the garage.
Great, so you're going to...
He sent me the part that failed of the bike as well. I'm just thinking, like, if we even run this, how much more damage is it going to start doing? Why'd you post that across the country? You guys are crazy.
You can find our Classic Weekend video on the Parry Brothers YouTube channel. We also made plans to do it all again this year.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be heading up with him to the Classic Weekend as well in June, July. So there we go.
So day 4, and it's finally nice to see an almost complete motorcycle in the garage. We have a lot of work to do today, as tomorrow we're going to watch the pros do some racing.
These wheels aren't in great condition. These are the original wheels that have had powder coat. They've been powder coated. It was powder coated when the frame was powder coated, and it was before I bought the bike. Ideally I would like to have had the rims powder coated and then fitted new spokes, but the whole wheel has been powder coated, so we're going to run with it for now, but in the future I think I'm going to cut these spokes out and relace the wheels and make them a bit prettier. Some of the spokes are a bit bent, some of them feel a little bit loose like this one, but I can't really adjust them because it's all been powder coated, which is a pain. But they'll do for now. They'll do for some practice days and everything. And if I end up getting more serious with this bike, then I'll either buy a new set of wheels for it or re-spoke these wheels. See how we get on.
First I cleaned off the powder coat to make sure the disc fits nice and flat to the hub. Then I started looking through the bolt stash to see if I can find some sprocket bolts. After doing some research, I decided to run a 13-tooth front sprocket and a 49 rear sprocket, which I believe is the stock setting. I can't see me being a good enough rider to be able to determine whether I need different sprocket settings, but we'll see how we get on the first time we ride this bike. And I couldn't wait any longer. I was far too excited to see what this graphics kit was going to look like from Pro Kits, and having the heat gun really did help getting these stickers on. I also have a new seat cover to fit from Strike Seats. I found fitting the graphics kit to be quite time consuming, but it was very enjoyable, and I'm hoping it's going to transform the look of the bike. I had the neighbours popping in every now and again to check on the progress.
Hiya. How are you? Yeah, good.
I got the old seat cover off and then washed the base plate and the foam. Should do the job nicely. Let's see how comfy it is. I got the new airbox in, air filter and rear fender. I got the Ballards front brake line installed and then bled up the front brakes.
Gonna have to wash that penis pump before we use it again.
Parry added some finishing touches to the graphics, and then it was on to the rear brake. I have a full service kit for this rear caliper and I've only just gotten round to being able to do it. So I stripped it, replaced the seals, fitted a new bleed nipple, rubber bushes, the full works.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, good, are you? Yeah, good.
And the last job of the day was to fit the hour meter. I do recommend running one of these, it's handy to keep track of your piston wear, etc. And with the bike complete, and probably the cleanest it's looked for the last 20 years, it was time to plan our day out at the pro racing. And I'm ready to be inspired by some of the best riders in the country. And then later in the video, I'm going to take to the track myself at Queensland Moto Park. Wish me luck. The next morning, we hit the road on our way to the Sunshine Coast. And after getting lost in the car park, we made our way to the start line for the first race. The pro guys were using this state championship as a bit of practice before they went to the nationals, and they definitely weren't holding back. We took to the pits to seek out some Yamahas.
See, they've got the blue rims.
The day was jam-packed full of racing, and we even caught a glimpse of Joe Evans, a fellow YouTuber, fighting for a podium position. It was a great day and perfect weather conditions. We will definitely be back to watch some more motocross racing this year.
I'm just as bad as you are. I'm just as bad as you.
The next stop was Queensland Moto Park. We had booked one night camping and one day of practice.
I'm just as
Oh, look at that. Absolute pro.
You okay, hon?
Yeah.
Raining and thunderstorms. It's not looking good. Hopefully it'll be okay in the morning.
Looks very wet out there. We didn't get any footage of the thunderstorm last night, did we? 2 rules of camping: don't put your tent on an ant's nest, and check the weather before you book it. Don't really want to get my bike dirty. Spent like 2 months building it. Gonna ruin it in the first day. Really, this morning all it is shake down on the bike, make sure it's working okay. And shake down on me, make sure I'm working okay.
I geared up and made my way to the natural terrain track.
Look like you're ready to rock.
The MX1 and MX2 tracks were both closed due to flooding. And there didn't seem to be many bikes out on the track. But I was too impatient to wait for the track to dry out. I told myself I'd just do a few laps and take it easy. The track had like a layer of dry dirt over the top, and then as soon as the tyres broke through the dry layer, it hit this muddy bog, and it was like riding around on flat tyres. I'd barely made it round one lap, and already the conditions were getting bad. And finally, they caught me out. So much for an easy few laps. I've had many flop-offs like this before in the past, but on a brand new build on the first lap wasn't really the plan. I picked myself up and made my way back to the pits. I needed a cup of tea before I attempted this track again.
Damn.
I left your bike all right there, eh, bro?
Yeah, it's okay. That's what one lap looks like.
Fuck. Oh. You're alright though.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just whacked my head.
Oh well, you never know, it might have made you cleverer.
I decided to go and do a few laps around the beginner track. That's probably where I belong. Just to make sure the bike was okay and so was I, before I attempted the track again.
The bike feels straight.
The conditions were drying out, and I managed to put in a good hour's worth of riding. Then I decided to call it a day. But I'm already planning another outing. I'll check the weather next time. I hope you enjoyed watching this project, and please subscribe to the Parry Brothers YouTube channel. And thanks for watching.